All right, if you're looking for something new to stream this weekend, we've got you covered. It's the perfect time of year for a spooky show about a haunted house. We've also got a series about modern-day connections to an infamous Russian dynasty and a reboot of a late 90s classic, one of Vlad's all-time favorite shows.
I mean, I love Charmed. Alyssa Milano. Here with what we should be watching is streaming expert Krutika Mallikarjuna. She's also a senior editor at TV Guide. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's first talk about this horror house, because it is like close to Halloween.
We're a couple weeks out.
We're a couple of weeks out, and the decorations have been out since like June. So Lovers, it's called The Haunting, right? It's true. Like the people, you go into a Dwayne Reed or something, or
you're right.
You see all the Halloween cards like in the middle of the summer.
The fake cobwebs are up.
Yeah,
yes,
like,
you're right.
On.
You're so right.
Now they're already moved on to Christmas. The retail cycle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is called The Haunting of Hill House. Let's play a preview.
What if I have a bad dream?
Well, I'm sure we can handle any dream you have.
What if I dream that you sent us away into the dark and we get hurt? Really hurt? And what if I'm so sad and scared of the dark out there that I put poison in me for years and years until my blood turns into poison and my heart breaks right in half and I can't feel anything happy. So I can't stand it anymore and I have to die. And time on a silver table. Is my jaw wired shut?
Okay, I'm not a big horror dude, so like, I mean,
you know what? I'll be honest. I'm not a big horror person either. Like, in fact, I would go so far to say that I'm a coward. Like, this Haunting of Hill House is a really, really good one if you're not a traditional horror person, because it's more of a psychological drama. It's very much this complex, interwoven, multi-generational story about this family dealing with trauma, dealing with grief, and like the horror is just a way to sort of exemplify that and like bring out that tension.
Yeah.
There's definitely a version of the show that could have been shot without any ghosts or jump scares or anything like that. But
there are a lot of those in there.
There are. Like you got to be ready. You got to be ready. It's still Mike Flanagan, famous horror director. It's still an adaptation of like one of the most famous Shirley Jackson novels of all time.
Yeah.
So the horror is key to this. But I'm saying there's a lot to hold on to if you're not a straight up horror person.
Yeah. And there's nothing scarier than children, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm with you there.
All right. Next, we have a series set to air on Amazon today. We're going to watch a preview of that as well.
Have you ever heard of the Romanoffs?
Of course. The Russian royal family.
Yes. I'm a descendant.
I'm a Romanov. And you're just pretending.
I'll never understand why people are impressed.
It's history.
This is all I want. For the line to continue.
Well, you'd think that royal blood dilutes over time, but the poison survives.
Okay. All right, so this show from the creator of the Emmy Award-winning series Mad Men, I sort of look at this and I think this is kind of cool, because if you like history, if you know who the Romanovs are, and this is maybe a way to, this is an Amazon Prime one. So if you are Netflix and you're Amazon Prime, you're looking at what
But there are a lot
of
famous pretenders
with The
too.
Crown.
Yeah.
But I think The Crown is like a good model for people's interest in history and how it affects them today. So
definitely, and like the Romanoffs is interesting because when it was first announced, everybody was like, "Oh, yes, a miniseries about a Russian dynasty. It's going to be opulent and rich and beautiful." But it's actually a very modern story because it's about people who claim to be descendants of the Romanovs. So you get basically this anthology series where every episode is a different cast of characters.
Oh, cool!
And you'll see a lot of your returning faves from Mad Men, like John Slattery, Christina Hendricks. They both star in their episodes.
Oh, good.
But like the interesting thing about the Romanoffs is because the anthology resets every episode instead of, per season like American Horror Story, you get an hour and a half each episode.
With different characters.
With different characters and different storylines.
That's interesting.
It's a very intimate character drama. So if you are the kind of person that like wants to sit down and enjoy like two people really talking and like getting through like an intense emotional problem, and like that sounds like your jam, the Romanoffs is for you. And the interesting thing about this is Amazon Prime isn't releasing it to binge because each episode is an hour and a half long, and it's very like intimate and tight. They're doing it as a weekly drop.
All right, I'm down for that. And now, Krutika, we have something that we want you to watch or to stream. Our own CBS originals, Thicker Than Water. Take a look at a preview.
We're in Winnie, America. Winnie, Texas.
You know, Houston's the hub for oil and gas. This is what feeds Houston, you know, these cows, the rice, the soybeans, you know, the farming community. But nobody, you know, everybody wants to get to Houston and see them. Everybody forgets the little people in between. Yeah.
I love everything.
We had to evacuate and we had to leave everything behind. My little cousin lost everything. She's 3, she doesn't know what's going on.
This is not going to be an easy fix. We've got a lot of damage.
I hated to see this. I hated y'all to see me see this.
All right, you can watch, Krutika, the CBSN originals, Thicker Than Water, Sunday at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern on CBSN, or you can stream it anytime on CBSNews.com. Really powerful stuff. Hope you'll check it out.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I will, Vlad, I will.
Listen, I'm always down for an intimate.
I mean, that's what you did.
Very, very well done, too.
Exactly.
Really, it's exceptional.
Krutika, thank you very much. We'll see you next week.